I'm late to the party, but the Stranger Things season 5 finale isn't really what people say it is. In my personal hot take, it's really not that bad. Now, I am not saying there's no flaws in the show, in the season. There are lots of flaws I can point out. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not really that bad. Like it's not that bad. I don't know why. The rest at the beginning of the season, I don't understand how many people or how much people despise it. But I watched the last episode just recently. Now, recently I mean now, and it's really not that. I don't know why people are so hateful and disdainful and sort of cross against it. I mean, it's not really the most Game of Thrones finale season 8 type bad, but it's digestible, you know what I'm saying? I mean, sure there were some couple of, routes that the writing took that I really found it predictable the more I watched it. Um, for example, it always happens like this. They go through a thing, right? They go through a bad thing, and then they conquer the bad thing, right? They conquer their obstacles, and then they celebrate. But then there's also another obstacle that happens right after the obstacle that they just conquered, and so it goes from happy and celebratory to sad and serious and bad. And then once they conquer that area and that section, it goes from happy again, and then there's some levity again, and then it goes back down, and then it goes like a roller coaster here and there, and then just a span of problems and conquering the problems and going up and down, up and down, up and down. And I really found it very predictable at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like there are some lines in the script that I could literally predict in the back of my mind. And I haven't watched the episode predestinedly. It's all blind, but I can still predict it. That's how much it was kind of getting a little bit predictable to me personally. But in a grand scheme of things, if I zoom out, it's not that bad at all. It really isn't. There are some others as well, like Hopper shooting the tank that Elle was in, and suddenly having this. After he shot the tank, he has this heart to heart of not wanting to lose her, and you can't let her die. But then she tries to tell Hopper like, hey, that's not gonna happen. I have to get out and kill Vecna, but in order for me to kill Vecna, I gotta die first. I gotta die too. And so it's kind of a weird dichotomy. Like they set up like foreshadowings, like, oh, she's gonna die, she's gonna kill herself, and all that stuff. But then that never happens. It never does. It never does. And Kali is by far the most underused, waste of potential character I've ever seen in Stranger Things. Her last act of heroism is making her sister fake her death, right? And it's just like, really? Really? You could fake Eleven's death, but you couldn't fake your own with another illusion of your own. Really? Are you kidding me? And Murray threw the bomb at the helicopter. You could have just rolled out the way when it exploded, but then you got shot anyhow. What the heck is that? What the heck is that? And then you died. But then you were able to, make her escape as you were bleeding out. You were letting her escape. Come on now. So that's one of the thing that the one little cracks in the episode that I saw, right? Yeah, and some of the emotional beats like the Steve Harrington and Dustin arguing in the milk hallway that's melting down, and they're them fighting over Hudson and Eddie. Eddie Hudson, Hudson and Eddie. No, they're the same person. It really wasn't necessary. I should have. They should have just cut that because it's not that necessary. Dustin being upset at Eddie's death really isn't that serious. I mean, they're just dragging it along. You know, like, I know Hudson was a good character played by Joseph Quinn, and I know everybody loved him, but the fact that Dustin is still on that in terms of mentalities until season 5, until now, not really convincing to me. Not really convincing to me. Um, and also, Elle's acting and Mike's acting. I think Mike and Finn Wolfhard's acting is actually way better this season than Millie Bobby Brown's acting. And I think I know why Millie Bobby Brown's acting is so meh in the season is because she's trying to pretend that she's not married in real life because she is married in real life to Jake Bon Jovi. You know, and well, then I can see it in her eyes that her acting chops are kind of held back. I really wish she didn't do that. Like, why would you get married while you're filming season 5 of Stranger Things? You could have just done that after you did that. That way, that way, the acting is more convincing, and everybody won't have to pretend it's not there in the back of their heads, right? So yeah, that's it. Other thing, Sadie's subplot is actually one of the more better parts of season 5. I really like how Sadie gets introduced to Holly, and I really like how they don't rush that. Um, and I really like her teaching Holly how to survive without fear and anxiety and holding her back in insecurity and teaching her that you need to find something that makes you strong, like her necklace and all that stuff. That's really really cool. And the part where Will invades the mind of Vecna while Vecna is chasing them down inside the dream hall of the house, and Will is trying to invade Vecna's body, and Will's just like, you need to run, while in Vecna's brain, that's actually one of the cooler cooler more better scenes in this season here. And I really don't know why, aside from a couple hiccups here and there. If you zoom out in season 5, it's really not that bad. I think the finale was it was okay. It was not the greatest of all time, but it was okay. It was a humble. They went on their separate ways. They lived their lives and all that stuff. It's alright. It's okay. It's okay. I don't know why people are upset. I really don't know why people are upset or why people are telling the fans that season 5 is bad. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Yeah, pretty cool.